Hello everybody and welcome back to the Everton FC 26 career mode. In this series it is my goal to turn Merseyside blue, bring Everton back on top of English football as well as putting them on top of European football also. We have two massive featured games in this episode, a top of the table clash against Arsenal, at least I hope we're still the two teams at the top of the table for that game, but before then we have this massive Champions League game up against Bayern Munich, and this is a very historic rematch for Everton. Of course, Everton did win the European Cup Winners' Cup back in the 84-85 season, and the team they beat in the semi-final that year was Bayern Munich. So this is a massive game on its own, but with that fact added to it as well, it makes it even more special. So I'm very excited to play that game up against Harry Kane and co. But we do have the highlights of a few Premier League and Champions League games to get into before then. So without further ado, allow me to show you those. So the first game of the episode was up against Antonio Conte's Bournemouth. The former Napoli manager has now moved here to the Cherries, and they were the ones who got the goal scoring opened here. Defensively, we were an absolute shambles. Jordan Pickford getting nowhere near that, and we did fall 1-0 down here in the first half. And I have to say it was all Bournemouth here for the rest of this 45 minutes. And Zaire Emery, as I click on the wrong highlight, the former Montreal player on this channel, he was the one who doubled Bournemouth's advantage. I mean, fair play to Bournemouth, getting a manager like Conte, a Premier League winning manager as well, of course with Chelsea, Premier League and FA Cup winning manager, and then they sign a huge prospect like Zaire Emery, who was brilliant in the Montreal series, and that was a brilliant finish there from the Frenchman in this game. But in the second half, we finally then decided to come out and actually play some good football. Yeremy Pino here, scoring what's only his second Premier League goal for us so far, but he has been getting quite a few assists and he's just felt so good on the ball. I've really enjoyed using Yeremy Pino since we signed him from Crystal Palace. Really good left-footed finish there to get us back into this game, and we really did get the ball rolling then after this, because only a few minutes later Tierno Barry got the equaliser. Great ball there by Akliouche into Elouadi, who drove forward, and Barry was there to put it into what was basically an empty net. His 7th league goal of the season, and it got us right back on level terms. Then though, we gave away a penalty. Jared Branthwaite had a really bad tackle in the box, which they're not showing here in the highlights. A really bad foul in the box, I should say. And Jordan Pickford, thankfully, was in brilliant form here in this second half. Evan Nielsen, the player who we had as a backup striker in the Manchester United career mode, taking the spot kick, but Jordan Pickford pulling out a fantastic save to keep it level at 2-2. And Kai Rooney, who has been absolutely sensational in this career mode, wasn't having the best game. So I decided to take him off and bring on Esteban Laporte for only his 3rd Premier League appearance of the season. Oh, and when he missed this, honestly, I was pulling out my hair, even though I barely have any left after shaving it recently. But Esteban Laporte, the man who was so clinical in the Montreal series, misses an absolute sitter there with only about 10 minutes left to go. But listen, you can't keep a great footballer down, because with 4 minutes to go, he was clean through, and he did end up getting the winner for us here up against Bournemouth away from home. The Vitality, I forgot the name of their stadium there for a second. And Esteban Laporte had his first Premier League goal of the season. Great to be using him again, and great to get the 3 points here after trailing 2-0 at half time. We are still receiving offers for Jake O'Brien as well. As some of you may remember, in the most recent episode of this career mode, he did hand in a transfer request after requesting a new contract, but we don't currently have any money in the budget to give him a new contract. But as you can see, I am rejecting all these deals, because from what I've found out, you can actually still offer these players contracts even if they have submitted a transfer request. If a player asks for a contract and you don't give it to him and he puts in a transfer request, you are still able to offer him a contract when you have the money to do so. So once again, I am going to reject this offer for Jake O'Brien, and hopefully in January we can tie him down to a new deal. So up next, it's a Champions League game at home up against Eredivisie side FC Utrecht, who aren't actually doing too bad in the Champions League. They're currently in 11th place, I think it was. But you know what? When I looked at their team, I just felt like this is a game I feel like I can quick sim and hopefully still get the 3 points. We did have a few tired legs as well. As you may have noticed here, we have made a few changes. But let's see if we can get the 3 points here in this quick sim game in the Champions League. Oh yes, we do. And for the second game in a row in the Champions League, League, we've won it by 5-2. Rooney getting a brace there, Philogene getting one. Scratch that. Kai Rooney with yet another hat-trick. He is absolutely insane. Jeremy Pino on the score sheet as well. Iqbal, the former Manchester United player, on the score sheet for Utrecht. But we get a 5-2 win here. We beat Athens 5-2 in the last episode in the Champions League, and now we've done it against Utrecht. Absolutely brilliant. And you know what? For this home game against West Ham, they're down in 16th. We now have a full-strength team with no tired legs. I'm going to quick sim this one as well. Do we get 3 points in this game? Also, we do. It's a late winner though from Tierno Barry, so we rode our luck a little bit, but we keep a clean sheet, and most importantly, we do get the victory. But after those sim games, it was now time to finally get back into the action ourselves, away from home, up against Leeds United at Ellen Road, which of course was the first game that we actually played in this series, where we lost 1-0, just like Everton did in real life. But thankfully this time round in Season 2, things went a bit better, and Tierno Barry was the man who opened up the scoring with a beautiful left-footed finish. This was his 9th league goal of the season, the first shot of the game as well, and it ended up in the back of the Leeds net. Great start to this game. Things got better from there as Kai Rooney got his 11th league goal of the season. Barry setting it up this time. He had a bit of a slow start to the season, Tierno Barry, but he is more than making up for it now. Really good finish there as well by Kai Rooney, and both players scoring with their left foot, even though they're both naturally right-footed. Easy for me to say, but a really good finish there again from the son of Wayne Rooney. And Wayne Rooney, of course, is ex-Manchester United, as is this man here, Daniel James, who went on a surging run, could not get near him, and it's a really good finish as well to top it off there from the Welshman. Leeds then right back in this game, and of course it was Dan James' first goal of the season. Why am I not surprised? It didn't mean much in the end though, as Tierno Barry did find himself in double figures in the Premier League this season by putting us 3-1 up. Another left-footed finish. God, it's been the episode of left-footed finishes from right-footed players. You love to see it. Left foot, right foot, it doesn't seem to matter. Tierno Barry will finish it either way. And then after that, Kobbie Mainoo came off the bench. It was the first time I had actually scored a goal with Kobbie Mainoo. The other 2 goals he got were in simmed games, but a lovely finish there. He didn't score with his left foot. He tucked it in with his right foot and made it 4-1, and that was enough to seal the 3 points here against Leeds away from home. It's Crystal Palace at home up next, another team not having a great season, and we do have a full-strength team, so I feel relatively comfortable quick-simming this one. So let's hope that once again we can get the 3 points here at home against Palace. Yes, we do, a 2-1 win. There is an injury, but thankfully it's not to us. Akliush got the winner. Jake O'Brien scoring against his old club as well, as we turned around a 1-0 deficit at half-time to win 2-1 and get the victory here over the FA Cup holders. But now it is time for this massive Champions League game. Bayern Munich travelling to the Hill Dickinson Stadium to take on Everton. A rematch of the semi-final of the Cup Winners' Cup in 1985. The first leg of that tie did end 0-0 in Germany, and then Everton famously beat Bayern Munich by 3-1, which was the same scoreline they would beat Rapid Vienna by in the final that year as they won that European trophy. And would you believe, we mentioned Harry Kane earlier in this game, he is actually suspended, so Bayern Munich will not have Harry Kane for this fixture, which, listen, I am going to take that as a positive, but still, when you look at the likes of Olise there, Luis Diaz is playing for this team as well, Bayern have plenty of players that can still do a lot of damage, so I'm not taking them lightly by any stretch of the imagination. But look, we've done really well in this European campaign so far. We got a very good result against Real Madrid, so I have absolutely no doubt we can get a result here against Bayern Munich if we play our cards right. Let's get into it. Here's Barry now, who's had a very good episode so far. He'd love a goal in this game. Back out to Pino. Can we create the first big opportunity here? Barry cuts it back. Eric Bunham, not a bad effort. Probably overplayed it slightly, but we are the first team to test the opposition goalkeeper. Eric Bunham out to Mainoo. It's nice to finally actually score a goal with Kobbie Mainoo myself. Can we do it here now in the Champions League? Oh, he should have. How has he missed the target from there? Oh, really good run. from the former United players. Pep Guardiola is now back at Bayern Munich. Oh, but unfortunately it just beat the post. And for those of you wondering, Vincent Kompany is now the manager of Manchester City in this career mode. So, interesting stuff there, that the former City captain is now back managing the team where he was very successful as a player. Pep Guardiola back at Bayern Munich. Not sure if that would happen in real life. I wonder where Pep will go next when he does eventually leave Man City. It'll be very interesting to see. But something else that would be very interesting is if we could get the opening goal of this game. Yeremy Pino, have a goal, lad. He scored a very good goal in the last episode in the Champions League, but he's unable to finish that chance there. Here's Pino. Oh, looking for Barry. Couldn't find him. Bayern Munich have it back now. Out with Luis Diaz here, formerly of Liverpool. Going on a good run, gives it back to Goretzka. Oh, can't get bloody near him. Diaz, don't let him be the one to score. Oh, good save in the end by Jordan Pickford. Bayern's first big opportunity of the game. Oh, Barry with the great ball there for Yeremy Pino. Rooney's in the middle. Can he spot him? Pino into Rooney. What a save by the keeper. Oh, brilliant run. Biggest chance of the game so far. Yeremy Pino and Kai Rooney. That combination has led to so many goals this season. Oh, and it was denied an opportunity there by a really good save. Mainu now out on this left-hand side. Does well to hold on to it. Finds Barry, who finds Rooney. Eric Bunnan was there. Good clearance though by Bayern Munich, who've been really solid defensively. And they look to hit us on the break now. Olise plays it back to Kim Min-jae. Now Alphonso Davies. They pass it around so smoothly, Bayern. We can't get anywhere near them at times. Joshua Kimmich now. Good interception by Mainu. Here's Rooney. Into Barry, who will have the pace. Come on. Come on. Play it in for Rooney. Oh, I've overplayed that. I should have had a go at Barry. Really poor decision making there from myself. Oh, one added minute. Here's Eric Bischoff. Plays it into Goretzka. Now Luis Diaz into the arms of Jordan Pickford. And the half-time whistle blows. 0-0 here at half-time between Everton and Bayern Munich. But both teams having big opportunities. I'd argue, though, we've had the better opportunities. And many would say that would be a very small argument. A small argument in the sense of that we actually did have more opportunities. But we kick off the second half now. And let's see if we can get off to a good start. But it's Bayern who look like they're going to create the first opportunity of the second half here. Diaz, good bit of skill there. Oh, Jake O'Brien, what is he doing? Can't get the ball off Diaz. Bischoff, 1-0. He's back, and he's better than ever. And Bayern Munich have taken the lead here. Really good finish there. By the way, I know his name is not Eric Bischoff before anyone points it out. It's a joke. But I tell you what else was a joke, is our defending there gave him far too much space, and he absolutely rifled that one into the top corner, and Bayern are the ones who take the lead here. Here they come again now, Bayern Munich. El Awadi with the good tackle. We're just unable to get the ball out of our own half at the moment. Here's Akliouche. Bloody hell, I'm expecting him to get a nosebleed. He's so far forward. It's not been our half here so far, but it's Tierno Barry with a big opportunity here to continue his great form in this episode, and he gets us the equaliser, his third Champions League goal of the season, and we are back on level terms. It's one of the first opportunities we've had to even get into their half, Bayern Munich, never mind actually create a big opportunity. And thankfully Barry was there with a beautiful finish, not with his left foot this time, like in the Leeds United game. He scores with his stronger right foot this time. But listen, I don't care what he scores with, as long as it goes in. Pep would be tearing out his hair if he had any, and we are back on level terms here against Bayern Munich. Oh, Akliouche, what are you doing? Gives it right back to Bayern Munich. Oh, Branthwaite nearly bloody took him out. Pickford makes the save. Inches away from going 2-1 down, and inches away from giving away a penalty. And they're bringing Musiala off the bench. That depth is absolutely incredible in this Bayern squad. There's Pino now, who I actually have moved over to the right-hand side. We did make a couple of changes, so I don't know why he's still on the left. But listen, I won't complain if he can create something for us here. Looking for Kai Rooney, but Bayern Munich deal with it. Oh, good tackle there by Jacob Reiners. Philogene now fresh off the bench. Lapal plays it back into Philogene. The two substitutes combining. Barry! Oh, what a save! It's a penalty! Oh, we've gotten a penalty kick for what I actually think is the first time in this series I've gotten a penalty. We nearly gave one away at the other end. I won't lie, I think that's a bit soft. That is a little bit soft. I would be fuming if it was the other way around. Jonathan Tah's the one who gives it away, and Kai Rooney now from the penalty spot has a chance to put us 2-1 up here. Right, calm. Rooney, what can he do here at 15 minutes to go? What a penalty kick by Kai Rooney. His dad has previously scored against Bayern Munich for Manchester United. His 11th Champions League goal of the season in only his 6th appearance. That's Cristiano Ronaldo levels of excellence there. What a penalty. I thought he'd missed it for a second. It clips the bar, but it finds its way into the corner of the net, and we have found a way to turn around this deficit, and we lead Bayern Munich by 2-1. Musiala looking to go straight up the other end and equalise. Good interception there by Eric Bunham. Well, can we make it the exact same scoreline as it was in 1985 to get a bit of breathing room here in this game? Rooney! Oh, we nearly did! Oh, it's a great save. Oh, but the momentum really is swinging in our favour now. Short corner taken here. Max Aarons has come on for Jeremy Pino, who was very fatigued. Rooney, is he going to be onside? Yes, he is. He's fully expecting the flag to go up there, but he ends up giving it away, and Bayern will look to break now. Robinson. Oh, it's a really good tackle. Again, I thought that was going to be a foul, but he must have won the ball. Elouadi now, who's playing a bit further forward here for the final 10 minutes or so. Ethan Mpadu, an unlikely source, but it would have been very welcomed if he was to be the one to put us 3-1 up here. On here come Bayern. Musiala. Oh, for a second I thought that was going to find Diaz. It finds him anyway though, and Jordan Pickford makes a brilliant save. And with 2 minutes left, that could be absolutely crucial in terms of us getting all 3 points here. Olise now to whip this ball in. Headed away by Esteban Lapal, but Bayern still have it with Alphonso Davies, and Jordan Pickford yet again with a world-class save. Oh, but we are living on the edge here. Bayern get another corner as we approach stoppage time. Joshua Kimmich is going to be the one to take it. The header is won, but thankfully it goes wide, and hopefully that is enough to see out this game and get the victory here. Another famous victory for Everton at home against the German juggernauts. I'd still love to get this third goal, and Barry might be the one to get it here. Tierno Barry went to go around the keeper didn't move, but it didn't matter, and Tierno Barry does make it 3-1 here against Bayern Munich. It's 1985 all over again, and we have sealed the 3 points here against the German Giants. Easy for me to say, I can't even speak, I'm losing my voice here. What a run that was. A great ball by Esteban Lapal. That rhymes. And we've rhymed with the result of the Cup Winners' Cup semi-final in the 80s. And surely that's enough now. Well, that will be enough. We're in the last minute of stoppage time to get the victory here against Bayern Munich. And that fantastic victory against Bayern Munich has us in second place here in the Champions League group stage, or league phase, whatever the hell you want to call it, with just 2 games left to play. Only 2 points off top of the table PSG, and we have a 4-point gap, ironically, over Bayern Munich, who are just outside the automatic last 16 places. So if we get a good result in our next Champions League game, we may seal our path to the last 16 of the competition. You'll love to see it. But now it's back to the Premier League, where we're going to be taking an away trip to Wales to take on Swansea City, who are currently bottom of the league. And because of that reason, I actually do feel quite comfortable quick-simming this one. Although, you know what? I am going to make a couple of changes. Barry's a little bit tired, so let's bring in Esteban Lapal. Let's start Armstrong as well, instead of Eric Bunham, because he's missing a bit of energy. And I kind of fancy bringing Joaquin Saez into the game as well, just because I want to give him as much game time as possible. But we'll quick-sim this one against bottom of the league. I know it's away from home, but hopefully we can still get the 3 points. Yes, we do. Esteban Lapal right on the stroke of half-time, and Kai Rooney wrapped it up with 8 minutes to go. And for the second episode in a row, we've quick-simmed a game away from home against Chelsea, this time in the League Cup quarter-final, and this time we actually do get a positive result. It was a 1-1 draw in normal time. Garnacho got the opening goal for them, Alcaraz got the equaliser, and it did go to a penalty shootout, where despite the fact that Tierno Barry missed, Chelsea missed 2 of their spot kicks, and Eric Bunham did score the winner. So, from this point onwards, I will be taking the League Cup very seriously, as we now have qualified for the semi-finals of that competition. But now it is time for the main event of the episode, a top of the table clash between ourselves and second place Arsenal, who, as you can see, are only 2 points behind us. We were actually below them coming into this episode, and now we have a chance to extend the gap to 5 points with victory over them here. Arsenal did get quite a few results against us last season, both in the league and the cup as well, so it would be nice to get some revenge and really give ourselves some breathing room here at the top of the table. I was having a quick look at the manager market before this game, and Mikel Arteta has actually left Arsenal in this career mode. He is now managing Newcastle United, and what I assume was a swap deal, because Eddie Howe is now managing Arsenal. So very, very interested to see how they do under the former Bournemouth and Newcastle manager. But regardless of who is in charge, Arsenal, of course, are second in the table, only 2 points behind ourselves, as Kai Rooney there is second in the race for the Premier League Golden Boot. Isn't it crazy that Wayne Rooney, Kai Rooney's dad, is the all-time top goal scorer for Manchester United, but he never won the Premier League Golden Boot? That is crazy. So hopefully Kai Rooney can avenge that missing part of Wayne Rooney's trophy cabinet and do that this season in hopefully a Premier League title winning effort as well. I'd be very interested as well to hear what people think about Everton's new stadium, both how it looks in real life and how it looks in the game, because I've actually been seeing some mixed reviews as of late. I remember hearing MGH, when he played against Everton for the first time in his Arsenal career mode, saying that he thought the stadium looked a bit generic. I think it is a little bit plain looking in certain places, but I do think it is quite nice. They've got a good base to work with, so I'm sure in a few years people will be a bit more used to it. But I'm enjoying playing here at the very least. Oh, and I'll be enjoying it even more if we can take a 1-0 lead here. Good interception, and Raya clears it away. Here come Arsenal now, it's Saka. Victor Gyökeres playing quite deep there, plays it into Eze. Oh, what a finish that is by Eze. Oh, well, I tell you what, this past weekend in real life, he scored a brilliant goal against Crystal Palace, and his first Premier League goal of the season in this series is an absolute beauty as well. Arsenal take the lead here in this top of the table clash. I tell you what, I feel like this is going to be a very tight Premier League title race. Fine margins are going to be what really make the difference. And if Arsenal get a win here, it's that close. If Arsenal win here, they go a point clear. But if we win, we end up going 5 points clear. So victory here is crucial for us. But at the moment, we do trail thanks to a beauty from that man right there. We need to get a quick response now. Barry. Can he see Kai Rooney? He can. You can see Akliouche, and we do get a quick response. 1-1 here. Oh, is this going to be one of those never a dull moment games? Magnus Akliouche has gotten the equaliser here with his third Premier League goal of the season. We did actually receive an offer for Tyler Dibling as well, who is our backup right midfielder. Tottenham came in with quite a decent offer. I'll talk more about that if it goes through, because I'm not really been a big fan of Tyler Dibling in this save, and I wouldn't mind bringing in another backup. But the main man in that position, Akliouche, gets a big equaliser for us here, and it's all square here in this top of the table clash. Here's Eze now again. Eric Bunham takes out Saka, but Arsenal will have the advantage. It's Eze again. Oh, I don't bloody believe it. It's another really good left-footed finish from Eze. Oh, typically he hadn't scored a single Premier League goal coming into this game, and now he's doubled his tally. Both goals coming against us. Ah, yeah, this is going to be one of those games. I can feel it in my bones. And Arsenal take the lead yet again. Well, we did have a crazy game against Arsenal in the FA Cup last season. 5-4 it ended at the Emirates. And of course, one of our goals last season was to win the FA Cup. Arsenal put a stop to that. I really wouldn't like if they were the ones to put a stop to us winning this Premier League title as well, as Jake O'Brien just runs that out of play. Akliouche looking to find Rooney. Good interception there. Here's Raya now. It's been very hard to get the ball off Arsenal. Every time they have possession, they just pass it around so smoothly. Although with that said, Jake O'Brien will win that one back. Here is the goal scorer, Akliouche. Can he get an assist here now? Rooney, tight angle, goes out for a corner. Saka now again for Arsenal. Looking dangerous every time he's on the ball. Here's Jesus now. Gabriel Jesus gets the better of Jake O'Brien. Eze looking for a hat-trick and he nearly got it. Jordan Pickford keeps it out, but he is looking dangerous every single time he's on the ball here. And Arsenal will get a corner here right before the end of the half. We deal with the corner quite well. Here's O'Brien. Don't run it out of play this time, lad. Oh no, he's just going to run right into an Arsenal player. Would they get one big chance? One more big chance right before the end of the half. They do. Pickford made the save off the post and we get away with that one there. But they still have it, Arsenal. Thankfully we deal with it. But it should be 3-1 here, really. Are we going to be given an opportunity, though, to get an equaliser? Here we are. But Saliba, or was it Gabriel? Who was it? One of them intercepted Rooney there, and the halftime whistle does blow, and it was William Saliba as well, with that good challenge there on Kai Rooney. Something else we need to keep in mind here as the second half gets kicked off is that Liverpool actually weren't too far behind either of us, so losing this game, whether it's us or Arsenal, whoever loses it, it wouldn't just be crucial in terms of where the two of us are placed in the table, it would also be crucial for where Liverpool are placed in the table, because they are breathing down both of our necks. Is Barry going to be onside here? Yes, he is. Eric Bunham now. Over to Menu. Akliouche again. Akliouche again! Eze gets a double for Arsenal. Akliouche gets a double for us. And we are back on level terms here. Beautiful finish from our right midfielder. And it's all to play for here now again at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Menu. Out to Eric Bunham, who is on a yellow card now. Now Akliouche on a hat-trick. Back with Eric Bunham. Oh, great ball. Menu. Akliouche gets the assist. Kobbie Mainoo can't stop scoring now all of a sudden. His fourth Premier League goal of the season. And we take the lead for the very first time in this top of the table clash. Oh, beautiful football there. We had to be patient with it. I didn't want to rush things too much. Akliouche, who's been man of the match so far, not just because of the goals, but with his overall play. And now he has an assist to go with his brace. And we are 3-2 up here against the Gunners in this massive, massive game. Why is the Everton badge on my manager's sleeve? That is very, very weird. How have they not fixed that yet? I mean, I guess in one way you could say that my manager wears his heart in his sleeve. Oh, but Barry's in here. Barry! Oh, it's 4-2. And all of a sudden we are absolutely battering Arsenal. And Tierno Barry, who has scored so many goals in this episode, gets yet another left-footed goal. His 11th league goal of the season. And we double our advantage here against the Gunners. Timed his run really well. What a ball that was by Kai Rooney. And a beautiful finish from the Frenchman, who... What I absolutely love about Barry is not only is he so just such a big presence with how big he is, but he's so bloody quick as well. He is the perfect striker to have in career mode. I can't recommend him enough, and he's gotten a massive, massive goal for us here up against the Gunners. But it's looking like there may not be enough time for Akliouche to get his hat-trick. But look, whatever. I'll happily take this 4-2 result. A really, really competitive game here as well. Arsenal, of course, were 2-1 up in the first half. Two very good goals from Eze, who they ended up taking off in the second half. And we also took off in the second half with some beautiful football. Akliouche getting a double, even though his first goal came in the first half. But you get what I mean. Tierno Barry on the score sheet as well. And 4 attempts from Akliouche, 2 goals. It represents the scoreline here as we get a 4-2 win over Arsenal and we extend our lead at the top of the table. But to be fair, Liverpool now may have actually jumped over Arsenal. So let's have a look at that Premier League table. And yes, Liverpool have jumped above Arsenal in the Premier League table. They did beat Fulham by 3-0 at Anfield, and they have jumped up into second place. So despite the fact that we have extended our lead over Arsenal by 5 points, they are no longer the team directly behind us. And I've just seen there as well, Liverpool have only lost one game in the Premier League this season, and that one defeat was to us in the Merseyside derby at Anfield, as we absolutely battered them by 4-0. And you know what? In a way, I actually really like this, that it's going to be Liverpool, or it looks like it's going to be Liverpool, who will be our closest challengers for the Premier League title. How fitting would that be for Everton to win their first ever Premier League title and first top flight title in God knows how many years. I can't think of the amount of years off the top of my head. But to do it against the local rivals in Liverpool, when we've been so brilliant every time we've played against them, that would be absolutely sensational. It really, really would. So yeah, I'm actually quite looking forward to this title race, and it's looking quite good for us at this moment in time, to quote Gary Neville. But lads, that will do it for this episode of the Everton FC 26 Career Mode. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy this episode, please do hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel as well. We are on the road to 800 subscribers, and I will talk to you all on Friday for the next episode of this Career Mode. Have a good one and take care.